how do I put this so I don't get canceled? I'm in the back of my tour bus.
Okay.
And someone, quite aggressively, might I add, decided that they wanted to also come to the back of the tour bus to provide me, as it is very lonely on the road, with some, conjugal relief.
Okay.
I am picturing myself driving with no hands on the wheel right now, my eyes closed. And things are going good.
It's pretty easy.
Because I had a squish this morning.
Yeah.
And by squish, I mean I had a hoist.
You're basically unable to die.
If you drink one squish a day. Mm-hmm. Well, it's called hoist.
It's called hoist for real.
Hoist for men.
Yeah.
Hoist for men and hot women, the hot women that watch our show. Only hot women watch our show, by the way. All of the ones that have messaged me
drink hoist
and are hot.
So that's like a weird coincidence.
It is weird.
Yeah.
But Squish 20 gets you 20% off.
It does.
On Hoist, right?
It does.
How did you talk Hoist into making your code the name of their company that's not the name of their company?
They just loved it, is all. So it is a good name.
It's a great name.
Squish.
Squish.
Getting squished, dude.
Yeah, get squished.
Yeah.
Squish your hoist.
Yeah.
Sounds homoerotic.
They do have some squishable packs, though.
Oh, those are great.
Squish bags.
They should call those squish.
They should call those squish bags.
Do we need the bag? Or can we just call those squish?
I like that it's called a squish bag.
There's a lot of, hey, Caleb, grab that sack of squish bags.
Yeah, I need a bunch of
You mean that
squish
hoist?
bags.
No, the squish bags.
Bag. What? And it shows it, and it's just an adult's Capri Sun.
What if you were Hoist's mascot, but in a squish packet? With your head sticking out? And you're just like...
And I'm just chasing people telling them to squish.
Yeah. Squish!
And your entire package is just sort of full of the product. And they have
Open
to sort of
your mouth.
Yeah.
Squish me into your mouth.
Open your mouth and squish me. I'm like holding them.
Right on.
Choking them. Squish me.
On your cod piece?
Yeah.
That's the spout?
That's
Yeah,
it.
just cod pieces haven't had a comeback for a while. That could be a real good turn for you guys.
It would be.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the vehicle right now and you're hearing a voice that you don't recognize, it's because we actually have a guest on the show today.
Oh yeah, I didn't even wait for my introduction.
Which is fine.
No, it's good.
That's how this goes.
Because he would have forgotten.
Yeah.
But I mean, you kind of are the first, guest that's just not one of our intermediate friends that we forced to be on the show.
Yeah,
so
how did I
you
get here?
You traveled to be on the show. That's impressive.
Thank you for just making it absolutely clear that I'm not your friend at the beginning of the
I love you, but you're also incredibly famous.
Just so you know, we're never going to be friends.
just let me just cut any illusions that you had at the beginning of this podcast. We will not be friends.
You only sold newspapers to your uncle and your aunt because they felt bad.
Yeah, people who you love, people who you like. I got you.
No, the people that you forced to do something because it's your family and they have to.
I'm not going to disagree with a man who has 3 knives on his table directly next to me.
Would you like one for you?
I mean, all I've ever wanted is to sort of wield a knife as I go about my musician's duty. Yeah. I feel like I've started to look sort of, too flamboyant. I've got tassels on my boots, tassels on my titties. Like, a knife would help bring it back down to earth.
You should put a sword on your back.
I should have a sword.
With tassels,
That should just
That's
be part
what this
of
project's been missing.
a sword.
It's all 50 state legal.
Yeah.
And it's not concealed, so you're completely...
Why would you conceal a sword?
Yeah. Exactly.
Unless you're like a bad samurai.
What about a battle axe, though?
Yeah.
Because
that's also cool.
His name is Barnes Courtney.
Yeah.
He wields an axe.
I feel like I'm too sort of, slim. I'm too much of a fairy, flitting and floating about the winds of fashion for a battle axe.
Yeah.
I'm a sword guy.
You're a sword guy.
I'm an anime sword guy.
Yeah.
Oh, so you want to go
anime
katana.
sword, like a long katana?
A long katana. There we go. Now
I'm thinking kind of like Raiden's sword from Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah. Or
like the carbon fiber katana.
That's cool. Or like Sephiroth's really long katana.
That's a really long.
That's a long katana.
Dude, that's a throwback right there.
Like
a little Final Fantasy VII there, boy.
Yeah, and the longer it is, the less I'm compensating for something.
Exactly, yeah.
That's the weird thing about katanas.
You know who Sephiroth is?
Oh, you mean Sephiroth?
Oh, yeah, he knows.
No, we don't.
Yeah, he does.
That's not.
He's playing the song. That's the
shit.
That's the song. When you
Do
have to
not try
fight
and
him.
school me on video games.
He fucking knows.
I'm the nerdiest guy here.
Yeah, he fucking knows, dude.
By a
He's
long shot.
singing
Dude, I
the
used to be
song.
able to play all of the Final Fantasy VII songs on the piano. Like Tifa's theme. God, it's beautiful, too.
Do you remember that one that came out pre-YouTube? It was like, Final Fantasy is an RPG. The only one that I need is the RPG for me.
No, wow.
Oh, you guys probably spent your time sort of making friends.
Yeah, I lived in the woods.
Well, you know,
I was-
people that had listened, you know, that are legacy Drinkin' Bros listeners know, you know, maybe they know 3-4 years ago, you came on our show. You have the wildest stories I've ever heard of any human being, by the way.
Yeah.
And they're always so nonchalant. You're like, so I was house sitting for Leo DiCaprio.
Well, it helps that I was dosed with an enormous amount of mushrooms. There were some things in the last one I would not have divulged had I
Well,
not
you know.
been drugged.
Yeah, you should probably eat all these.
But you drugged yourself, to be fair.
That's true. And I had a whale of a time doing it. And unfortunately, I must suffer the consequences for my actions.
We
my
were
least
in this,
favorite kind.
like, we were almost in like an opium den, if you remember that. Like, remember, we were all sitting on these very deep couches in a very low lit room.
Yeah, it was
in this
weird.
mansion.
Yeah, it
and the
was
guy's name was River.
You really nailed that casting couch energy, you know? I felt that deep.
Right?
Where
That
was
dude's
this?
name that owned the house, his name was River.
Hey, I'm River.
Yeah. Hey, man, my name's River. I own this mansion. It's a mansion that just is literally behind, like, the what is that, Concord Street? What is that? You, from Austin. Congress. East Congress.
Okay.
Like, you just, like, walk behind one of the restaurants, and here's this, like, it looks like a Lemony Snicket mansion.
Yeah, you walk in there, some guy named after a water feature invites you into a dark
Hi,
room
my name
full
is
of
River.
leather sofas.
It's dangerous.
I'm like, I said I'd do whatever it takes. You
And
said
there
you'd
were,
do
like,
whatever.
Remember, there was, like, 80,000 framed photos on, like, a 40-foot wall? Like, and it was just all different frames, and it was all, my name is River.
Like, yeah.
How did you see the top ones?
I mean, you're just, like, looking
Did you
up.
have to like step back?
Yeah.
To really see them.
Well, there was like a balcony in there, I think, and there was a bar. It was really nice. There was a grand piano.
Cool.
And then like we were in this like little den, which had this like full 360 couch, and he was really f***ed up on mushrooms. Dave, were you there
Where was this?
in Austin?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess Dave wasn't
So
there.
what happened there?
No, I mistake actually. I was talking about mushrooms on a different podcast related to you guys. That one I was stone cold sober, so I have to take full responsibility for everything I said that day.
On the one when we were in the den?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. It was great. But yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a long
You've been
time.
on a few tours since then.
I've been on nothing but tours.
Damn.
Yeah. No, life is really difficult. I have to sort of sing all these songs, you know, like stand for photographs like this, with my lips all puckered, you know, like take my shirt off, get my titties out into the
All
lights.
these women just, oh, there's so many women throwing themselves at you.
No, I've never actually done sex, but I have seen it through windows, you know, and it
Yeah.
looks.
Dude,
Same.
I kind of want to try that.
Just watch through a window.
Yeah.
And like
Maybe
you
with
get
a
to-
scope of some sort.
Yeah.
Like one of those old pirate scopes.
Like Captain Cook, sort of like
but
scouting out the
obviously
Hawaiian
with
Islands.
permission.
Yeah,
I'm not sneaking. I'm not permissed.
peeping Tom.
No. I wanted them to be like, hey,
You
at this
can
time,
watch.
the curtains will be open and things will be happening. Get your pirate.
Yeah.
outfit.
Just in case.
I mean,
You
what if
pass
that's a
by.
fetish? What if people need a pirate to be scoping them?
That is a fetish. It's Rule 34, dude.
Yeah.
If you can think of it, there's porn of it.
Just a pirate watching through.
Oh, that means there's Joe Biden shitting his pants porn.
There is Joe
God.
Biden shitting his pants porn.
It's probably
Have you been
good.
reading my internet history?
Yes. I'm on it right now.
Sin as
You
he
guys
shed
really
his
do
pants.
care. You do your homework. And I appreciate that.
As soon as you shit on me, you're like Googling porn. All right, I gotta see.
I gotta see
Joe
it.
Biden doing sex.
Like act the whole thing out in like a big drama. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I shouldn't have eaten all those burritos today. I've got so many decisions to make.
I'm the president. This was the worst decision
I
I've
had
made as the
19
president.
Taco Bell grilled stuffed burritos. 19?
These economic reforms are making me kind of queasy. I don't know which way it's going to come out.
Please, Mr. President, stop eating all these burritos. You can't make me. I'm the president. They just keep saying, they're
They
like,
take him
"Damn
away
it."
and he's got him in his pockets.
They're like, damn it, stop. You're going to shit yourself again.
Dude, we
It's like, I
told
don't
you.
care.
Sat there hunched over my computer, like furiously fumbling around in my pocket.
Then he's like opening green monsters and chugging.
They're like, no. And milk.
Third green monster.
Gallon of milk.
Mr. President, this is highly irregular.
why are you doing this? He's like, I just want to have fun. He's like, I'm crazy.
I'm
today.
crazy, man.
Please stop. This is going to be a mess.
The president just had 18 burritos, 3 green monsters, and a gallon of milk. Oh no.
Oh,
Don't let him on the plane.
He calls
Don't
that
let him-
shit soup. That's what he does. He eats that exact thing when he wants to shit himself. That's just a fun thing he likes to do.
Bro, that's a natural disaster. Like, that is a natural disaster.
I think you just die.
3 monsters, milk, and 10 burritos.
Did he shit like walking up a staircase? Wasn't that it? Like getting onto his plane? Like there was like doo doo coming out.
I
of
just
his
heard about
pants?
this yesterday, and
Yeah.
I still can't believe it's real.
That he's just pooping all the time.
I mean, good for him.
Plumping.
Yeah.
I'm just glad he's regular.
Presidential
to be
little
honest.
blump.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want the president to sort of be fluid, right?
Yeah.
He's got a lot of decisions to make. He can't just be all cramped up and constipated.
No,
he needs
true.
to have the free-flowing ability in body and mind to be able to carry out this nation's problems.
Yeah, there's no way I could make big decisions if I just was like full of shit.
Yeah.
I just like was constantly like thinking about. I was like, oh, I've got too much shit inside of me.
You laugh,
They're
but
like,
that man is
we
an
need,
innovator.
We need you, Mr. President. We need you to make this decision
yes.
right now. I'm
No.
just like, and all I can think about it is a toilet.
And then you're like, and then you chug 3 monsters and a gallon of
I
milk.
gotta chug these monsters really quick.
So before you make fun of national hero Joe
Honestly,
Biden,
I think this is okay. So here's the plan. I think.
did we just write the next 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah, we get 5 lucky listeners of
Shades
this
of
show. You volunteer to be part of this, but you have to be stuck in an elevator with Caleb, and he has to eat 10 grilled stuffed burritos, 3 monsters, and a gallon of milk.
I couldn't even do that, dude. I couldn't even do that. Like,
And the
I
last
can't-
person to pass out.
I can't eat
wins.
like a lot in one sitting.
I want you
Like,
in an all-glass elevator too, like in a mall.
So it's just like I'm just
when it
spinning and
does-
spraying.
When it does just explode.
I'm just in the corner of like one side of the elevator, just like,
Like live opera singers.
I'm just like, I'm sweaty. There's no, there's
you know
no
how
AC
sweaty you
in
get
there.
when you gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm puking, too much milk, and then I'm shitting, and the smell makes me puke.
Flopping around on the glass floor like a dying seal pup.
Yeah, you spilled all the milk, so now it's like, and it's liquid
In
too.
the shit, and
so
so
it's
just sloshing
just,
back and
you're pretty
forth.
much like an ankle deep, like puddle.
Pay attention, screenwriters of Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this idea.
America's funniest home videos.
Oh God, what?
This is art.
Up next, an unsuspecting Caleb has a little accident.
It just shows me in a glass elevator alone, just eating all this shit and then shitting everywhere. And they're like, "Oh, this isn't even funny. Why is this on America's Funniest Home Videos? This isn't even funny.
This is awful.
This is gross."
I mean, it's like it's vaguely medically interesting, I suppose.
There's one
But
guy
that's-
just like alley-ooping hamsters into into your elevator.
I keep stomping them. I just stomp them because they start biting me. So I just stomp them. Shit and milk are splashing everywhere. I just stomp.
Blood hamsters everywhere.
What do you mean the show didn't make any money?
Why won't they air this?
Call Janine. There's
no.
gotta be something wrong.
They can't use any of the footage.
Why can't you and I get it? We need a meeting at like Sony headquarters where we're like, hey, have we got the picture for you? And it's just that video of Caleb in a glass elevator.
Bear with me.
shitting
Bear with me.
everywhere.
Obviously, there will be more
Let me
hamsters
out.
when we get
Me
the
and
funding.
Barnes just throwing hamsters in while you're like stomping them.
Pumping up and just squishing them between them.
That's the name of the movie is Squish.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're like,
Which brings us
you're like
back to our
smacking
sponsor.
I just push them against the glass and just slowly smash it.
Sobbing uncontrollably.
Stop making me do
The
this.
credits roll to one of Barnes's songs, and it's like really long credits too.
Yeah,
There's like
yeah.
800 people involved in
Yeah.
this, and then it's done, and we're like, "Well, what do you think?"
It's like an orchestrated version of one of his songs.
Yeah,
shows the whole orchestra,
How much
everything.
money did you spend on this? $800,000. It was 4 minutes. Yeah, well,
The orchestra was the expensive
yeah, we
part.
had to get an orchestra.
That clear elevator full of shit was cheap.
Those hamsters trained to instantaneously submit to your will.
My sister's hamster had a bunch of babies. She let us have them. That's where we got them from.
Hey, that's actually
That's where we got them. We didn't even pay for the hamsters. We got them
Pay for the
free.
hamsters, dude. We got free hamsters, dude.
Being
Dude,
let
I
out
got-
by
I got
saying,
a
"What you
hookup.
get your hands off
I got
me."
a guy. But that's it. But that's that kind of brings me an idea, Caleb. Like, what if you and I wrote 4 songs and we hired an orchestra and we just did 4 orchestral songs?
Wow, what a beautiful idea to come out of such a depraved, disgusting, frankly, childish,
Frankly, awful,
Right after that.
demonic.
Yeah, whatever all the evil stuff we just said
Yeah.
led you to this beautiful thing.
Gotta let the brown water out of the pipe to let the clear water flow.
That's true. That is true.
Wow. Oh wow, it's
That's what they
raining
call
outside.
that, yeah.
See, that's a metaphor.
Yeah. That's a
our
sign.
lives.
It's the brown
We
water.
need to get the orchestra. But that's the thing. If we're going to rent an orchestra, why just rent them for 1 track? Let's rent them for 4 tracks. And then we just put out a little mini EP, you know?
And then we make them watch.
Yeah.
The orchestra has to watch the Caleb video.
Yeah.
Yeah. While they're trying to play.
What do you think about
A bunch
that?
of Asian violin players throwing up everywhere.
It's just running down their face as they're like playing violin.
I'm not paying you to throw up. Get back in
You
there.
got like a whip. You're like, eat it.
In retrospect, the whip was a bit far.
Yeah. You hit that one girl in the face.
They were just playing so
Slash.
beautifully. I was
like-
overwhelmed with emotion.
It wasn't even a leather whip, it was a chain. It was all we had.
Yeah, it's just a big chain I found. You struck her in the face with it.
It struck her in the face with
Yeah,
it.
she can barely play violin now. Well, it's her own fault.
Well, she should have been able to hold her cookies.
Yeah.
That was like when we were in France, one of the sayings that we came up with, like with Dove.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, you're over here playing chess. And I go, and you're over there with silly putty in your ass. So like, I'm playing chess and you've got silly putty in your ass.
Which was part of his plan all along.
How much silly
Checkmate.
putty can I get in?
I can't get in here. What is blocking this? That's the silly putty.
That's a silly putty.
What?
Wow. Man, could you imagine if a girl put silly putty over her?
I don't think that's a good idea.
It could just encompass it, but what if she didn't tell
That's like
you?
when you seal an envelope, like a really nice letter.
Yeah, you get your
but
own
what
wax
if-
seal.
But what if she
Yeah.
doesn't tell you, and you're going down, and you're like, wait, what the?
Where's
hell?
the vagina?
Yeah, it's just silly putty, and she just looks at you right in the eye. She's like, "That's my silly putty." You like, are you scared? Or do you think that's hot?
You know how you used to be able to put silly putty on newspapers and peel it off, and it would be the whole newspaper on the putty? Sometimes you could put it on another piece of paper, and it was like, you just do that with her vagina. You just make a little replica of it on a piece of paper. That'd be fun.
I thought this was like a business idea or like a game plan or something.
No. We're just...
We're like sitting here in dead silence, all interest. Like, I mean,
putty on the
it's
John.
bold, but let's hear it out.
Yeah, we just like put a bunch of black paint on it and then put the silly putty.
Wait, what? No,
There's
that
like
would
a little
just be painted silly putty.
A silly putty screenshot?
Yes, exactly. And then you stamp it onto a piece of paper and you
That's
have
not
like
gonna work, dude.
Sure it will.
I mean, you can put the silly putty, just apply it to the giant, and then it'll take the shape, and then you can
And then
pull it
you
off, and it's
can
the shape.
fill it full of Jell-O.
What are we filling full of Jell-O?
Putty.
The putty?
Yeah,
How are you filling putty full of Jell-O?
If you
Well, the putty just
turn it
makes
into
the
a
mold.
bowl once you're done.
Oh,
You
okay.
make the pressing of it.
And then you eat it
cup it
like a
And then you put
delicacy.
Jell-O in it. And then you have like a little fun dessert.
Yeah, not as much money in it as we thought.
Yeah, it's like just a
What is the
The projections were off by a margin.
what is the most like I would say what you think is kind of like the coolest thing about being a rock star?
I mean, look, people use the word rock star very liberally. I'm fucking lucky to be doing this for a job. You know what I mean?
sure.
You know,
Bro, I've seen the stages you step on. Like, yeah.
but they got me pretty quick, didn't they? Security came in. They were like, "Get the fuck out of here!
What are you doing here?
I'm stepping. Goddammit! Look at these boots."
Yeah, how have the tours been? How is it been
What's
going?
the best thing about it? The best thing about it is sailing about on a giant living room full of your best friends and booze, like a pirate of the road, sailing on the concrete waves of oblivion as you play town after town, watching the idiosyncrasies of people's lives unfold, and then seeing that entire system shrink into a tiny little light in the distance as you experience the ultimate freedom of being a modern day Peter Pan. Not in a Michael Jackson kind of way, you know? But he's gone now. Someone needs to step into that role.
Most of that role.
Yeah, we should get a new Michael Jackson.
That's
In
what I've been
manner?
saying.
All of it. The whole thing.
We
Start
just
to
want a
finish.
whole new one?
Start to finish, dude. All the bad things that happened to him and then all the things that he did that wasn't so great.
I'll tell you a story about Michael Jackson, actually.
Let's hear
Oh
it.
my God. So I went to the O2 Arena to see my friend's band play just after he died, basically. And they were like, yeah, so part of his contract was he gets his own backstage room built specifically for him to his exact specifications. So this is crazy. So I go back and it's just a crockery cabinet, English-style crockery cabinet, small Parisian cafe table with 2 chairs. This is it. Like, watch this. They pull one of the plates in this cabinet and the whole thing fucking Scooby-Doo swings open and there's this whole other room inside. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool, Michael Jackson. You know, good job. And they're like, oh, you haven't even seen the half of it. So we go to the back of the room and they hit this like secret button and this tiny little like child-sized square door that's completely flush with the green paint on the back wall swings open and there's nothing in there but 2 beanbags, 1 adult, 1 child, and a copy of Guitar Hero.
Like all the controllers for Guitar Hero 2? Like the drum set?
Yeah,
And
oh,
everything?
oh yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
And there was already an adult and a child back there.
And that's the day I became a man.
Wow, that's some bar mitzvah.
Oh no.
Want to be a star, don't you, Bonzi? Don't touch that. You haven't earned that.
You haven't earned that. You're hanging out on P. Diddy's jet.
You don't get to play Fog Hat until you earn it, Barnes.
Just crying.
One of Michael Jackson's kids liked one of my videos a couple days ago, which
Pillow?
was really weird.
Was it
no,
Pillow?
his brother Prince.
Oh, his brother's name's Prince?
Yeah,
Damn.
Prince Jackson.
Prince
That's
Jackson.
confusing.
I was like, when I saw that happen, because you know how now it like highlights certain people that like your shit, and I was like, who? I was like, who's this? And I went and looked, and I was like, what? Michael Jackson's
know any Prince
sons
Jackson.
are watching my videos? That's fucking weird.
You know what I think's dumb?
If you say the vagina putty idea, we
gonna
shall
be
be
pissed.
furious.
I'm gonna be pissed.
You know how late we slaved into the night on that idea for
Yeah.
you?
No, people that put their follower count on another platform in their Instagram.
Oh, God.
Or their follower account before they got deleted.
yeah.
Yeah. I
Is
used to
that
be
like
this popular. but
Yeah.
now
Is that
I'm
like
not.
a form of deleted at 19,000?
Yeah, they're just like clawing at the shreds of their career at that point.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I was a star.
255 on TikTok. It's
Yeah.
like it's not translating over here, my
Yeah,
friend.
No one cares.
Isn't that
over
crazy
here.
how that number has become synonymous with power and success?
Well, I think it becomes synonymous to power and success with weak people, like the ones that truly
Like
think,
physically?
like all the people that I've
Because I am
heard-
wearing a sort of a net.
Children.
And-
No, mentally.
Oh, okay. Oh,
the
well,
mentally weak. Because the only people that I've ever heard yell, "Do you know who I am?" are Instagram people.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like the most uncomfortable times of most of them have been with him.
We've heard some YouTube people say that a lot.
If you have to say, "Do you know who I am?" then you're not famous enough.
yeah.
Yeah, but and what are you getting at? Too?
Yeah, like who
Is it-
cares?
Well, you're kind of saying like,
Oh, you definitely know who I am.
are you going to give me the privilege of a famous person?
Yeah.
When you realize how famous I am.
Yeah.
But I don't think they truly know what the privilege is of a famous person because, you know, really famous people like get treated nicely because they pay for it. Like you go to the hotel, you know, the hotel. What is that really nice hotel down in? Is it in Houston or something that LeBron James always goes to? And it's like $110,000 a night at that place. It's like,
Damn.
Yeah, when you get your own elevator and you have your own staff, like.
Yeah, but also success begets success. And when you become an enormous name, then your mere presence in an institution like a hotel or a restaurant is a huge selling
But they're
point.
still not comping that. He's still paying.
Oh, I've seen people. I've seen people get comped all the time.
Oh
That
yeah,
happens all
there's
the
people
time.
that do get comped. I mean, also too, like hotels do it for if you perform there, they'll generally give you a room. Like the Stratosphere gave me a room for
I went
a week.
to dinner recently with like a fancy director, and like the manager came out. I was like, oh, of course, the meal is on us. You know, like this. That shit happens.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Tell your
I'm
friends.
not even French.
I had like a little thing like that happen in Savannah. Me and Heather were at some like tequila bar. They had like just this cool triple salsa tray. It was just like delicious salsas. And one we were like really into it was like an avocado one. We like ate all of it, and we're just like, ordering drinks, blah, 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 talking to the bartenders. They were fine. But some dude knew who I was and came over and was like, dude, what the fuck? And took a picture with me, blah, blah. And then he left. And while that interaction was going on, the bartender went to Heather and was like, is he famous or something? She was like, like a little bit. And he was like, oh. And then he came was giving us extra free drinks, gave us like a huge tub of that salsa. He's like, just take the salsa.
Just take this. Yeah, that's what Caleb wants.
Like, okay.
Caleb's in the fame for the free salsa.
For free
dude.
salsa, yeah. But no, like that. It's funny that you mentioned that because that's literally exactly what happened. Is that he was like, oh, what? And he's like kind of popular. Here's some free salsa. And I was like, oh.
Climbing that ladder, you are salsa
as
rich, my
good
friend.
as it gets.
I was
dude.
on a date once
You
in
get some free
Austin,
salsa?
and she goes to the bathroom, and as soon as she goes to the bathroom, and she didn't really know much about any of us or nothing, so like we hadn't even got to that point yet.
Sure.
But like as soon as she goes to the bathroom, this dude walks in with his date, and he's like, "What? No way! You're from that movie, the zombie movie." I'm like, okay, that's weird. Like, he's like, dude, that's so cool. And then another guy was like, yeah, dude, the zombie movie. And like, so then there's a lie. We're doing pictures, and there's a few people. Oh, the girlfriend wants one, and this, and like, it all breaks apart, and everything goes back to normal. I'm sitting by myself, and she comes out of the bathroom. I'm like, damn it,
Shit. That would have been so fucking cool. I would have got so late.
See, dude, you should just pay us to like go out with like a swarm of people in a planted area.
Dude. Yeah.
That works though.
Yeah, it does.
Bowie did
If
that
you
successfully in the 70s and made his whole career in the US. Paying photographers to like pretend that he's some huge deal.
Dude,
Easy
that would be a
winner.
fun game to do. Paparazzi.
Yeah, but the person that you're saying is famous is the only one that has no clue what's going on.
That's kind of funny too.
Oh, that could be
We
fun.
do it to a random
And
person.
the thing is, we get famous people to play the paparazzi.
Yeah, it's all of us as the paparazzi.
And like just other like our famous friends, like we get them to be the ones taking.
And we're
pictures
all-
of them.
we're all
And they're
following some
they're
random person.
Yeah, they're confused because like they even recognize the person. Like,
Wait a minute.
And you're like, oh, sorry, Mr. So and So. Wait, what the fuck's going on? That'd be fun. That'd be a fun game.
This would be a fun game.
Yeah,
It's genius.
Yeah.
Sold.
yeah, I like that.
Have you ever been attacked by the paparazzi?
Well, I mean, if by attacked by the paparazzi, you mean a sort of nervous teenage boy sort of shuffling about in his bag for a camera, then yes.
What about, has TMZ ever done an article on you?
I don't think so. My ex, maybe when she was, my ex had a kid with Jude Law. And
I remember that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I love Jude Law.
Yeah, well,
Well,
she
I mean,
did too.
he does it.
Hell yeah, dude. That's cool as hell.
I actually introduced them.
So that's
I introduced. I was like in.
So
I was so drunk in the club that I thought that Jude Law was the password to the VIP area. So it turns out it was just. So I went up to the rope. I was like, Jude Law. Jude Law. And they're like, yeah, you can come in. It turns out it was just like his after
place.
party for the Grand Budapest Hotel. And I introduced them, like, went home. And then the next thing I know, like they were together. They had a
You're
kid.
having a child, but it's not yours.
Well, we split up, and then I ended up going back. Like, this woman was so intoxicating and powerful and sort of, in just dripping with beauty and lust and vigor that she convinced me to come back. And then I'm like holding this child, and my manager's on the phone, and like the child's screaming.
And it's Jude Law's baby.
It's Jude Law's baby. I'm like,
He's trying to get, you're dating the girl again now?
I'm dating the girl again. Jude's like fucked off to the next one.
Yeah.
My manager's like, sounds very real in there, Barnes.
That's a pretty awesome story. That's
really, you start getting him
really-
going, and it just gets
that's
more and
really
more
hilarious.
bananas. You're like, wait, what? Wait, what happened after
so
this?
For a long time, I like didn't want to talk about this shit because it was too recent. Now it's been like 10 years. I'm like, well, who's gonna know?
That's fucking hilarious. And you're just holding Jude Law's baby like, on the phone. You're
He would like sort of come in every once in a blue moon to check in. I'm like, hey,
what's up, Jude? Here's your baby.
Do I call you Mr. Law?
Yeah.
Is it Mr. Law?
So, like, are you guys like bros or?
absolutely not.
Okay, so he sucks.
Yeah,
in real
like,
life.
not at
Obviously,
all.
it seems like he's not that great in real
I mean,
life.
he's getting girlfriends pregnant.
Yeah, that's pretty rude.
That is kind of rude.
Damn,
dude.
what a rude
You
Jude,
invite
huh?
somebody over to your VIP area, and then you get his girlfriend pregnant.
Yeah, like, yeah, come on in. They just like dumps in her as soon as you get there. You're like, well,
You're welcome.
Hey, whoa, what the fuck, Jude? He's like, go on. He's like, have my child now. What the fuck, Jude?
I have blessed you.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was
Raise
a
him
lot.
well, Mr. Bonds.
You may have my child now. What?
My first lesson will be to teach the lad how to wield a broadsword.
Yeah. Hell yeah, that's a good
Dude,
That's
you're
cool,
gonna,
right?
You're
That's
gonna
cool.
get pretty fucking good at
Yeah.
the sword.
I hope
I
so.
really think I want to see you on stage at some point this year with a sword.
on your back.
Slice it.
Please.
What if you just walked out with it in your hand and you just shoved it to the ground?
Yeah.
like that's a power play to the
Give
audience.
it a few swings and then
Like, I
No,
promised
it's-
I wouldn't kill again.
It's in the sheath. He just walks out, mic in hand, sword
With
in the
his
other, and he
sword.
just tosses
Yeah.
the sword. They're like, dude, that guy just carries a sword with him.
Well, you can't just toss it. That's disrespectful to the blade.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You got to do like a reverse Disney. Like you got to put it back in the stone.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the show, you pull it back out because you're the only one worthy to carry it around.
Dude, if he had like a stone sheath and he got really good at just doing a full circle and then straight into it, that would look cool. That's some Johnny Hawkins shit.
And then the mic is on the top of the sword.
Oh, dude.
My manager's like, Bones, mate. Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong. You're the creative, obviously. Are you sure you want to spend the entire label advance on 6 months of advanced swordplay lessons? I'm just saying. I'm just flagging it.
Yes.
Pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the knight here. I need the knights.
Well, it's not an actual night. Obviously the order sort of stopped around the 1600s, mate.
All right, find me anyone who knows how to use swords. The samurai. Bring the samurai.
Bring the samurai. We have to go to Japan. Take the show to Japan.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah. I have Jude Law's son.
Southwest Airlines.
I am Jude Law's son's stepfather.
Ex-stepfather.
We do not fly to Japan. This is Southwest Airlines.
Damn it. You just throw the baby at the...
It explodes.
Make me another.
Where's Jude?
Mr. Law. He's on the phone with Jude Law.
I need
holding the
another
kid
baby.
at the terminal of Southwest, demanding to get a flight to Japan. Jude, they won't fly me to Japan.
This baby's
Come
too
on,
loud.
bro. You owe me on this.
Come on, dude. You really owe me one. All right. I'll send the Jude copter.
Just revolving penis blades, expectorating enormous amounts
all
of DNA
squirting.
all over me.
What the fuck is that?
I'm so sticky.
Yeah.
I'd pay to see that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, this is your life.
Yeah,
This actually happened.
that did actually happen. Yeah.
Damn.
When was the last time you toured Europe?
Oh,
It wasn't long ago, right?
no, I think it was a while ago. I played a few festivals in like Prague and maybe like Austria, but I haven't toured Europe for a minute.
No.
Yeah.
What was the first song you ever had hit 1 million streams?
I think it might have been a song I wrote called Glitter and Gold.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because I made that song for $0, literally.
Yeah.
Like, I've been dropped from my first record deal. My guitar player was living in a squat where the government owns a building that's kind of dilapidated and they don't know what to do with it. So you pay them very low rent for the pleasure of being their security guard, right? And so he was in this situation. He's like selling Polaroids to tourists outside Big Ben. I'm like selling cigarettes in nightclubs, getting felt up by elderly women, and like
Hell yeah.
handing out free samples of Lipton's iced tea in a muscle suit and Crocs. Because like
Damn, that's
neither
a
one
good
of us,
job, dude.
bro.
Yeah, you're really downplaying it. That sounds cool as
I was contractually obligated to say "serving up sunshine" every time I delivered a cup.
yeah.
I lost my voice. I said that shit so many times.
Old lady's like jerking you off while you're like serving up sunshine. Whoa, too fast, too fast.
Jude Law's just peeking around watching.
Jude Law.
It's my
Damn
turn
you,
next.
Jude Law! Always 2 steps ahead. He's like, nah.
He's got some other tea.
He's got a titty in his mouth.
Yeah, he's like
Just staring at Bards.
Just stroking it. Is
He's got a huge glass of like nice tea.
that my new girlfriend, you motherfucker?
What the fuck? I knew I recognized that titty.
Get this muscle suit off me. No, keep it on. It'll intimidate him.
All right.
All right, then what happened?
So I'm like doing these shitty jobs, and then I go into my buddy's like dilapidated house basically with like paint peeling off the walls and like it reeks. It used to be an old person's home and they shut it down because it was falling apart. And he's got one laptop, one mic, similar to this, like an SM7. And we make this song and all the percussions, like, you know, banging on filing cabinets, fucking scissor snips, like random shit. I wanted to make rock songs, but we only had one acoustic guitar and an old out-of-tune piano from the rec room. So we make this thing, all the instruments recorded on one mic, and like we think nothing of it. And then they knock the place down, you know, like, and the song goes out to the record label.
Yeah.
And nobody, including me, thinks like it's anywhere near like single material. We never put it to radio.
Yeah.
And it just goes off.
213 million plays on fucking Spotify. And you're telling me this is
Oh, that sounds real
that's
good.
a file cabinet?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? What? But it goes to show you, like, you do not need a record deal or a manager. Like, if the song's gonna go, if it's that good, and I'm not saying that's that good. There's a lot of luck involved too. But
sure,
if it's gonna happen, it'll just happen.
Dude, 213 million times.
It's crazy.
You can't even quantify that in your head.
Pretty cool.
Well, I think, you know, Drake does a little more, but it's good for me.
But still, dude, you're 2/3 of the population of the entire country.
It's yeah, they're mainly me and my mom. But I do think that there's a lot you can. The amazing thing about this job is you're always one song away from completely changing your life.
Oh yeah,
And that is not an exaggeration.
Yeah.
Like, you are one song away from. And in the internet culture today, you can just upload something on. I mean, God, look at Post Malone. He puts up like a song on SoundCloud.
Oh, you know what? I went down this rabbit hole today of this really shitty rapper by the name of Matt Ox. God, this dude is a train wreck. And
He's watching right now.
His stuff, his stuff sucks so bad.
Fuck, I love this podcast.
Well, like, I watched this clip of him on No Jumper with, like, and he's like, his hair is in his face, and he's like this young kid, and he can't finish a sentence. He's just like, hey, like he sounds like. Okay. Like, I'm like, okay, who is this? Like, I have to know. Like, why are you even on here?
Yeah.
So I look through the comments. Somebody's asking the same thing. Who is it? Matt Ox. I listen to his music and immediately go, just, oh God, this is disgusting. It's awful. But again, like, there's 100 and some million people, 182 million wanted to play his song.
Oh. Right.
It's hot garbage.
That's what people said about me. But look at me now, motherfuckers.
Huh. Dang.
How many songs is your life set?
I mean, I quite like the Irish expression, like, leave them with a bit of want, you know?
Sure.
Until I get my career to the point where people are just so obsessive. And of course I have a few fans like that, but until I've accumulated enough that enough of the crowd are that bloodthirsty, I try to keep the set to like an hour, maybe like an hour and 10.
I'm learning that right now, like, because this is the first year we're going to play live, so this is the first time I've sang 12 songs back to back, and it's not fucking easy.
Yeah, well, it's just exposure therapy, you know? Like, there are certain muscles you cannot develop unless you're on stage, well, singing and moving at the same time. I mean, Taylor Swift runs on a treadmill singing her entire set for 3 hours without stopping. And that's how she trains. I mean, you know, everybody does that.
Yeah, that's what a few friends locally here, our buddy Zeus, his backup singer said. He goes, you got to sing your set on the treadmill.
Yeah, but that's really hard. So I just tend to do a couple of lines backstage, you know, come out and throw up on somebody. At that point, they're
that's how rocker was born, right?
This is rock and roll, you charlatans.
You charlatans.
Read a book.
Look, you've got red pointed boots, though. You can't, you can't be screaming rock too loud.
That's true. Well, no, the more sort of questionably homosexual it is, the more rock and roll.
That is true. If we go by 80s rules.
80s, yeah.
Yeah, you look at that. It was like,
they
is
were
that
all
a boy or a
beautiful
girl?
women, yeah.
But that, it was cool.
Yeah, yeah. To look like a beautiful girl.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're like, your name's Thave?
Mm-hmm.
What? Thave.
What's like the scariest thing that's happened to you on tour? Like anything like dangerous or like anything that you were like, oh, this is a bad situation? Like,
Man, I remember how do I put this so I don't get canceled? I'm in the back of my tour bus.
Okay.
And someone, quite aggressively, might I add, decided that they wanted to also come to the back of the tour bus to provide me, as it is very lonely on the road, with some, conjugal relief.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I love the way you put that.
Maybe if I use flowery enough English, then there won't be enough people to cancel me because they won't know what I'm saying.
What the fuck is he saying?
I don't know. He seems like a nice young man.
It's a CRV.
Nice.
We'll call it a CRV.
CRV.
Conjugal relief visit.
Yeah, a conjugal relief.
Okay. Yeah.
Into the gilded prison that was my tour bus. And as I'm receiving my visit,
My CRV.
my CRV, I notice a rustling outside of the window behind the blinds. And I say to this individual, I think there's someone outside watching. And this person goes, oh, that's just my husband. At which point, my tour manager bursts in, goes, Barnes, there's someone outside, mate. He's angry. I mean, he's got a fucking gun. We've got to get out of here. This is America, people get shot all the time.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh my God, you're married? This person's like, oh yeah.
And you brought your husband with you?
Yeah, right? Is he in on it? No.
Yeah.
He's furious, banging on the outside of the tour bus. Like, stop! Oh my God. I object!
No, don't you
Where the eagles fly. And so my tour manager, this individual from the bus is sort of freaked out. Oh my God, you're crazy, and runs off the bus to the waiting husband.
Yeah.
And my tour manager has to kind of get this guy slam the door shut and go. And so the bus driver slams the pedal down.
You guys are doing a getaway in a bus.
Yeah.
Exactly. It starts. It's
And you're still wet.
Still rock hard. Just smacking shit up.
flailing around. My Ming vase. Why did you even bring that?
I don't know.
Is it a crime to decorate the place?
It looks great. It reminds me of home.
You monster.
You monster.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's quite dangerous.
Yeah, that could have actually been the end of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have.
That's exciting.
Yeah, he died as he lived. He died doing what he loved.
The CRV.
The CRV.
With the married
way to
woman
go
that
out.
works at the CVS.
Didn't say woman. Did not say woman.
Yeah.
Didn't say man. Didn't say anything.
Didn't say nothing.
I said individual.
Yeah.
Which in this day and age could literally be anything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It could have been a figment of my
been a
imagination that
lobster.
identified as a
It could have
human.
been a lobster, dude.
Yeah, it could have been a lobster.
Dude, you guys like lobsters?
I like lobsters.
You like to lick lobsters?
I do
like
like a
balloons?
lobster.
You know, they pee out their face.
You like balloons?
Hell yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
You like to lick balloons? You like balloons?
Balloons?
Balloon
You like
porn's a
to
legit
lick
thing.
balloons?
Do you need a reset? What are you saying?
It's not about what he's saying.
Lobsters?
It's about the
Dude,
decorative nature of the words.
Nobody's
Listen to
got
how
some
they
Jerky
tumble up.
Boys history in them. Calling
Yeah,
about licking lobsters and balloons. Ah, fuck you
I
guys.
don't know that one.
Jerky Boys was great.
No, I don't know that one. Sorry.
I just didn't see it.
Wow, dude.
All right, well, I'm going to go home.
Oh, shit. That's fun, though. Yeah. I don't think I could ever have the capacity to do like a tour of any sort.
None?
I think
Not
you
just
could.
for like 2 days?
I don't think so.
Consider
dude.
the fact that you sleep all day, all day, right?
Okay.
And you're eating and you're kind of like drinking and you're hanging out and you're
We could do a tour.
Yeah, you get a little CRV, and then like you have an hour in which you are expected to work.
to do work. Okay.
And you go, you do your work for an hour, and if you really, really fuck it up, that's not even the biggest
It's
part
not
of your
even
day.
that bad. Okay, so how many times is it that you are performing a show one night and you have another show the very next night?
That's like super,
pretty
super
regular.
common.
Yeah.
I mean, the bigger you are as an artist, the less you
yeah.
have to do that.
Yeah.
Because you have enough money that you can just pay for the crew, and
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
still like in massive profit,
Yeah.
even for all the days off. But
Yeah.
for my tours, like I pretty much have to just gun it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
But you're
fun.
in a big bus now, though, right?
I'm on a fancy
a
man
pretty
tour
Dude,
bus.
see, that's like you.
Yeah, I
no,
like that you
started
put
in the
big in
days
front of it, too.
of the van, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you did that, and now you have a bus.
Now it's bus time.
yeah.
Is it like a comfortable bed? Like, do you
No.
sleep good in there?
Absolutely fucking not.
There's no way, dude. I'd be a wreck.
This last tour, I thought I fixed that issue,
Yeah.
and I converted. There's 2 living rooms in a tour bus. The front, there's the bunks in the middle, about 15, 20, and then there's the back living room. So I thought this year, cleverly, I will convert the back room into like a sort of sultan's palace, just for me, like
Yeah.
Captain
I'm
Kirk
not
in
in
the
a buck.
Enterprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not in a buck. Yeah.
And just as I finished doing that, the bus, is put together, and then we set off, and I realized that the engine is leaking an inordinate amount of exhaust fumes into the cabin. And unfortunately, the engine sits directly below my room at the back. Also, the windows are held together by like nothing more than their name and some duct tape. And the heating is sporadically breaking on the bus. Now, the people in the middle, they're all insulated because there's 15 bodies in an enclosed space.
Yeah.
And then there's me in the back,
Drinking exhaust.
just sucking in exhaust. I had like an industrial air purifier, and it couldn't keep the room above 0% pure air quality. And I got so ill.
I bet. Hell yeah.
So sick. I was like
Hell yeah.
wearing all my clothes, shivering, too cold to sleep.
Yeah.
And I'm like breathing in the exhaust fumes. And
You shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
well, at first it felt kind of good.
Yeah. At first I was high.
Yeah, because you're almost dead.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You're in
amazing.
carbon monoxide euphoria.
I was like staring into the eyes of Allah,
Yeah.
like from my room, just like raw dogging another dimension.
Yeah.
In my sort of like get up, but I got to Denver. It was like halfway through the tour.
Yeah.
And I just was
headaches.
My body just collapsed. I was like sweating through my sheets.
Yeah.
I got out on stage and like couldn't sing a note. I had to get the crowd to sing the whole thing.
Shit.
But the funny thing is, like once.
You had the crowd pick it up for you.
Yeah. You just like, went to
you
sleep
guys know
on the
these
stage.
words?
We paid you to sing, motherfucker.
You just
That's a
gave
fun
somebody
little
the
cheat
mic.
code. Just
Hey, everybody.
Went to sleep, dude.
But it's so funny because like usually no matter how sick you are, if you just go out there, your body's so full of adrenaline that you got like a couple of hours afterwards. Where
Yeah.
You feel pretty like decent.
How often do you get done and want to go out and party with fans?
Every single night.
That's awesome.
Every night. The
Go
greatest.
to a Barnes Courtney show.
Yeah.
You can party with them.
Yeah.
I don't usually take drugs before I go on. That's like a rule I've had since I was 14.
Yeah, so you don't forget words and shit.
Oh, I always forget my words.
Yeah, yeah.
They're my fucking songs, so I can change the words when I want.
Yeah, yeah.
That is true.
I just make them up.
Sure.
See their confused
Like,
faces.
wait, I've never heard this one. Yeah.
It's limited edition. Just for tonight.
Yeah.
But I took a bunch of mushrooms before one show, and they have an amazing way of kind of like breaking up your routines. You get into like habits, don't you, on stage? And they were just like kicking one night. And I thought, I should just choose a bar and invite the entire audience to the bar.
Yes. This is a great idea.
Which but I forgot to choose a bar. So I was like, everybody meet me outside, and like met all the fans outside.
Yeah.
And I sort of like went out there, and the whole crowd is like outside the venue. And then I just got my guitar, and I Pied Pipered 1,000 people down the streets of Washington, D.C.
This is amazing.
Like,
I want to do this.
Were you skipping? You better have been skipping.
I
dude.
was doing some really fucking, questionable stuff.
Hell yeah.
As they followed me. And
He was getting
You're stabbing
CRVs.
people.
He was getting CRVs on the way.
You pull a knife out and stab one of the guests. They're like, whoa, what the
your
fuck?
hands to me! I'm God!
What the hell? He's got a sword. Yeah, where did you get that from? He's trying to kill him. Whoa,
You're a
shit.
sacrifice now.
This technique is terrible.
You start selling merch like I got stabbed at a Barnes Courtney concert.
I want that.
It's like full of holes and bloodstains. Can barely make it out.
Shit, yeah, I almost died there.
Yeah, and we're like looking for bars, and there was just nothing anywhere. And we stumble across
In DC?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was the area that we were in, or maybe like the night, but there was nothing open. And we finally get to this one bar that's open, and it's like maybe like a 300 capacity bar.
And you've got 1,000
And we've got
friends.
1,000 people, and there's like 3 dudes in there and their girlfriend, and suddenly it's like, bam! It's like
Here
burst
you
in.
are with a guitar and leather
Some
jacket.
fucking random leather-clad dude drenched in sweat, like drunk off his ass.
Oh shit.
This is hilarious.
Yeah, that's fun.
I want to do it again.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm
it's-
coming to a Barnes Courtney show.
It's-
We're doing
it's
it again.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Super fun.
When do you take off on tour again?
23rd of July.
Perfect. I'm gonna have to find you and intercept you.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
first date is Houston, and then Austin is the next one.
Oh, we'll go to Austin.
Go to
there you
Austin.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go to the Austin show. That'll
You
be
can see it when it's raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll bring,
Second
hey,
show.
we can bring our own swords.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
can
Yeah,
bring
we can
swords.
all
If you guys don't bring swords to my show,
you won't let us in.
no,
I'm bringing swords.
I refuse to perform. Unless there is an epic
You better
battle.
demand that.
Yeah.
The second you walk out on stage, you go, show me the swords.
Everybody pulls a
We'll
sword.
hold two up. And then you're like, all right, I'll play.
Okay.
There's going to be at least 100 swords here. I need like an actual army.
If I don't see a decapitation,
Well, that's fun. I look forward to that.
yeah, I'm
really cool.
super stoked. And my guitar player is like a glam rock velociraptor. He's like this stalking predator on stage. My mom hates him. She's like, he's taking all the attention away from you. Oh. but it's
What's his
good.
name?
Yeah. Andrew Martin. And he's just a sleek, slick motherfucker that looks like he crawled out of the primordial soup
Long
of
hair?
70s glam culture. Long hair, tall tails,
Yeah.
tall as a clock tower, eyes
What
like
guitars
glow
he
lamps, flailing across the boards,
Oh, yeah.
legs up to his tits,
It's kind of scary.
ostriching his way around. Get out of here.
Yeah, scary ostrich man.
You're scaring my mom.
You've upset my mother.
She's already dubious about
Yeah.
you. But he's phenomenal, dude. I mean, like, I've played a lot of support shows, like a lot. And 9 times out of 10, people are like, they paid to see the headliner.
Yeah.
You're just like some auxiliary thing. They're like leaning up against the barrier, waiting for the band that they paid to see. And that's fair enough. It's my job to try and make people who are bored entertained
Yes.
and give a shit. And I've never been one of those artists that thinks it's rude to talk over my set. I'm like, if you find your conversation more entertaining than my show,
Yeah.
then there's something wrong with my show
Yeah.
that I got to change.
Yeah.
And not every night is the same difficulty.
Sure.
Sometimes you're like playing to a rowdy, drunk crowd that's just looking to have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Sometimes
down
you're
with
playing,
everything.
you know,
Well,
like
I don't know. The people that you go out with, though, like, dude, rock fans understand that culture, though. Because I feel like there is probably a 60%-ish, like, saturation of that crowd that wants to support the opening act because they know that that's
it
their
depends.
building.
It depends on the band
Jimmy
and
World
the culture. Like
was
water
was
parks,
an opening
for instance,
act.
like their fans hate the openers. It's like a badge of honor. They're like, fuck you. You know, I'm here to see water parks. You know?
Or if you go to an ICP concert, you get hit in the head with a fucking bottle.
Oh, shit.
You should do an ICP concert.
Yeah, maybe I should.
Yeah, dude, you should do an ICP collab.
That'd be hilarious. You have to be in full Juggalo outfit. That'd be awesome.
I really want to
Fago.
dress like a juggalo, dude.
I feel like their fans would be super supportive.
They are.
They are.
Yeah.
If you respect the clown,
you pay homage
If
to
you're
the
down to
get-
clown,
Yeah, yeah. You
if
get
you respect the clown, you're welcome in town.
yeah. You get protection.
Yeah.
Like if you're like I'm juggalo friendly, they're like, come on in.
Yeah, and like some crowds are like that, but the most audiences, like especially for really really big bands, you know, when you're playing to like 40,000 people, for instance, like they just like don't give a fuck. And you know, I always love that. I love that. It's my favorite thing about the job is going out and being like, oh, okay, you know, like
Nobody gives a fuck.
I dare you not to enjoy this show, you motherfuckers. And then there's that moment in the set, that golden moment where you like flip them.
Yeah,
and you
and you've
see
won
the
them
light come
all
on. And you're
over.
like, oh, that's more exciting to me than like my own fan base.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, heck, well, sure. Yeah, because you're like, ooh, I've just gained a whole new fan base.
Yeah. But most of the time you know you get them, but there's a limit. And I do the My Chemical Romance tour with this guy, Andrew Martin, and we come out and it's like 40,000 people, and it like as usual nobody gives a fuck. And this guy comes out and there's just some kind of like weird otherworldly energy exchange between me and this dude, where it's like there's 2 frontmen up there, you know? And he's like bending over backwards like Iggy Pop playing solos and like, you know, just ripping and like grabbing my head and fucking like, you know, just dancing around like the Sugar Plum Fairy.
This is the first time you had your guitar player?
Yeah.
And you're like, what is this?
40,000 people from the front to the back. I got it on video. All of them jumping for a band. And I ain't that famous. Like, they don't know who the fuck I am. Like, there's something about this dude and me that is greater than the sum of its parts, you know?
I love it.
That's cool as shit.
Like,
yeah.
like 100%. That's awesome. I want to see this video though. Like, you got to show me
cool
this.
as hell.
40,000 people. Like,
I want to see this.
Like
Oh,
my
well, you know, I
goal-
deleted it.
Like, by the end of the year or
another phone. I was
middle
like,
of next year, you know.
Oh, weird. It's not on here. This is
My
crazy.
one thing is like the one milestone I want to hit is the day that the crowd's singing one of our songs back to us.
Yeah.
So you haven't had that
Yeah,
yet.
that'd be
so,
cool.
But I mean, we never played live, so this is the first year.
Yeah.
I think what a lot of people don't realize. I was talking Xander. Who was that guy I was talking to at the Rangers game? Paul, what's his name? Yeah. So he's writing a book on like success and successful people, and I was like, what's the common theme that you extrapolated from all those interviews you did with all these like fancy people? And he said, dude, it's not sexy and it's not exciting. They literally just outwork everybody.
They just keep going.
It's not just to keep going. Like their work ethic is just insane. Because I think most people have the ability to capture that thread, you know, like that direct line to the divine somehow. But, you know, like Kobe Bryant says, everyone has their own unique puzzle of how to get there. The story's different to everybody about how they got in, how they reached their authentic self, how they reached their art, their inspiration. But it's the people that just gun it. And then when they think they're going hard, they go even harder, that just figure it out. And it's we love to overcomplicate, but it really is that simple. But because like, how many people do you know where you're like, never see that guy? He's just always on his shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know anybody like that. My career is a direct reflection of how much discipline and willpower I've been able to employ. Like, yeah, I've worked my ass off, totally. But I also love Netflix, you know? I love my Nintendo Switch. Sure. You know, I love like going out with my friends and going on dates. And like, that's a balance. It takes a toll. And you're always either building something or dismantling it. So I guess the point of this rant is like, fuck yeah, dude. Of course you'll get to that moment.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Love
it.
lift
Let's
us up where we belong. Roll credits.
It's going to be my new hit song. Don't Jude Law me.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy any more Jude Law movies now.
You can't, dude.
Like,
You
what a
can't.
bastard.
In respect.
Yeah.
For our brother now.
Yeah.
We have to.
break
We're a
the
no
TV.
law house.
Yeah.
Like this is a no law house.
We're going to miss out on so much good shit.
God
damn it.
I know he's such a good
This is
actor.
fucking bullshit. I love that. God damn it. How did he do this? Damn it. Oh, shit.
So you head out July 20th. Are you going all over the country?
Yeah.
All right. So everybody that wants to come see you listening here, how do they find it?
Just go on my Instagram or to barnescourtney.com or, you know, Spotify. Like the dates are listed everywhere.
Yeah.
Good.
Just
yeah.
put that shit in. And I'm also playing Europe in October, November.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
We'll go see a Barnes Courtney show and get him to take you to a bar. That's the only way. It's just yell roo roo roo.
Ask him to cut you with his sword.
Yes.
That's how yeah.
I will be slicing a great many people.
Yeah, you should.
I think
It's the VIP.
I think the chat should vote if I should keep this mohawk or not.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah. Well, let's
It's a gentleman's mohawk.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
You know?
If you stayed here,
Yeah.
if you stayed here this long, let's know if you think you should.
Yeah. Number 1 for keep the mohawk, and number 2
Yeah.
for you're gay.
Yeah.
But what is 3 is a different hairstyle, I guess.
A different hairstyle.
Yeah.
3 is bald. Full
No,
bald.
we're
Razor
we're
bald.
not going bald.
Razor bald.
I'm not doing that. I don't care how many votes there are.
no, we can't do
We're not
that.
doing that. That's Caleb's wheelhouse.
that's
I'm not
my
trying to
thing. That's
compete with
me,
him. Look
dude.
at him.
Yeah, that's just
he has a
me.
better hand tattoo than me now, and I got to go get mine now completely redone.
God damn it.
Like,
Sorry, dude.
Disrespect.
I just went fucking nuts with this thing.
well,
man.
we very much appreciate you coming out and hanging out.
Yeah,
with
this
us.
was so
Oh,
fun.
dude, thanks
Yeah.
for having me.
Of course, yeah, this
that's
was
super
killer.
cool, even though we're not friends.
Yeah. Even though Jared made for sure
Wow.
Really made
that
certain.
you know.
I was trying to put you up here,
Yeah.
and now you're trying to put me here. That's not fair.
I wanted to be your
I was
friend.
making you an elite.
Yeah.
You didn't get the basket of mini muffins that I sent ahead?
Yeah.
No.
The handwritten note signed with my tears and a kiss?
It was sealed with a kiss. I saw it.
Then why didn't I get this? So
it
you
was-
stole
you
my
put
note.
It, you put it in the trash, dude. I saw it. You didn't even open it.
Yeah, and then Peter ate them all.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, they caught me. Well, I can't wait to see you play this year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's so much fun.
You guys are on the list for any show you want.
Hell yeah, that'd be fun. yeah, we'll absolutely come to one in Austin.
All right, dude. Rue it out, dude.
Yep, see you there.